welcome to the Science Faction Podcast, where science meets fact meets fiction.
This is Science Faction for the week of July 19th, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Dominguez, and with me tonight, two individuals whom last year at this time, I believe we were all at Ren Fair, weren't we?
Yeah, I'm Benjamin Daniel Lawless.
I'm Devin Kraft.
And yeah, we were. And I've been, Nicole kept on telling me, hey, you should probably text Steven, see if he's going to Ren Fair this weekend. And I was like, yeah, I should. And then never did. That never went from my computer to yours. So
that's fine, because I couldn't go because I was doing other things. But yeah, last year we went, Devin, you were in town, and we went to the Ren Fair and saw Greg's Guild, and Devin and I were pulled into the back rooms. We'll talk about that later. And it's happening again this year, but yeah, I had we were watching my nephew this weekend. It was 4 days. He's 5, and I got to tell you, boy energy is so different than girl energy.
Huh.
I am surrounded with girl energy at all times. Everything in my house, in my surrounding yard, everything, it's all girls, okay? That's just where I live, and that's fine. I have zero problem with that. And then you get a little boy energy in here. Whoo, boy, does it knock things around. He was a wild kid, man. Good kid, but like I'm saying, different energy. Also,
I'm sure that Devin and I would have no basis for comparison, given it's all boys around here.
All boys all the time.
All the boys all the way through. Yeah. We're all made of meat.
And it's great. The diversity is wonderful. Also, my kids have been doing drama camp all week. And so they, from like Monday through Friday, they're a part of a production of Romeo and Juliet. They go on Monday, meet everyone. They go through some exercises, apparently. And then that night, the teacher emailed us like, all right, here's everyone's part. And they all had a script. And it's this guy who takes the original play, and then he makes a 45-minute version of it, a 20-minute version of it, and like a 10-minute version of it, meant for different age groups. And it just condenses the story down and down and down, and then lets other things be flexible depending on how many kids you have, that kind of stuff. And so they did the 20-minute version. And yeah, they were off book by Thursday. And Friday they had their one play, and it was fantastic for a week-long production.
What did your daughter like? Which characters did your daughter?
So my oldest played Friar James, which they called Friar Jane, and my youngest played.
Please say Mercutio.
No Mercutio's Lady Capulet, the Romeo's mom, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the one. I can never remember which is which. I'm sure Devin knows.
No.
Oh, you don't? Oh, come on.
I'm not a big Shakespeare.
Oh, that's right. I forget. If the play doesn't have songs in it, you don't go. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, the kids had a blast. And the teacher was like, hey, we have like the next week we're doing, I think it's Midsummer's Night Dream, and the week after that they're doing it was a non-Shakespeare play. And I'm like, that's great, but I don't have the money for all this.
Now I really feel like I've got to do a fan edit of Romeo and Juliet with Dream Theater songs throughout it.
That sounds good. Yeah.
There you go.
What do you mean an edit? An edit of which version?
Like a edit of the
like the Leonardo DiCaprio,
the Baz Luhrmann one.
Okay, with Dream Theater songs.
With Dream Theater, yeah.
Why?
I mean, Probably could
For
figure that
Devin.
out.
This is for Devin.
Oh, so Devin will appreciate Romeo and Juliet. You have to paint it with a
Yes.
nice coat of Dream Theater.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it now. This is weird podcast, guys.
For those who don't know, Dream Theater is an incredible prog rock metal band.
Yeah.
Is that accurately representing?
Prog metal. Yeah.
Yeah, and one of Devin's favorite bands. Are they still your favorite band, Devin?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say anything's your favorite. but
After
they're
this,
still,
we're going to ask you about your favorite color and your favorite
Yeah.
animal.
they are still one of the bands I enjoy a lot. Yes.
Would
They're
you
still
say
putting
they
out
were on
music.
like a frequent playlist? You would find some Dream Theater on?
Yeah. On and off. Yeah.
I don't know.
Right on. Well, yeah, and then why stop there? We'll go and we'll do like Othello with like Disturbed, and then like I don't know.
Othello. I don't remember Othello. I remember, this is so weird. I remember the feeling of really enjoying Macbeth when I had to read it in high school. I cannot for the life of me remember anything about it. But I just
Sounds like
remember
you
that I
gotta
really
reread
enjoyed
it.
I mean, apparently.
It's time.
Is it time to read? Okay. Book club next week, Macbeth.
I think that's the title of this episode right there.
I don't know about that. We'll see. I might have to veto that one. Devin, be funnier so we can use one of your quotes. All right. Well, yeah, that's kind of what was going on with me. What's been going on with you, Ben?
It's been summer at the water park, which our local water park got a major renovation in the kids section of it and in the adult section of it. There is now an adult section of the water park.
Is it behind beads?
No. no, but there is a bouncer that if you're under 21, you are sent back on the weekends. During the week, it's all ages in that area, but it's just like it's just a pool with a hot tub and a bar,
and most importantly, no kids. That's the point.
And no kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devin, it took me an embarrassingly long time to understand what you meant when you said it was. If you asked if it was behind beads, my brain just halted, just ground to a halt to try to figure that one out.
That's for people who remember like video rental stores.
Oh man, that's we're almost too old for that. Or too
Were
young
you
for that.
allowed back there? Were you allowed back there when you worked?
Hollywood Video did not have an adult section. It never did. Okay. However, that did not stop us from having to answer that question quite often if we had an adult section. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, boy. Thanks for bringing those memories back. It's great.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I know, Devin, you're not local to Stephen and I, but Stephen, have you attended the new the water park this summer?
Yeah. I have not. No. A friend of the show, Christina's husband, told me that they've been out there a few times in the adults only area, and it was just fantastic. But no, I have myself or my kids. We haven't made it out to the water park yet. Probably won't. It's getting too hot out there.
Yeah, it's too hot for a water park.
Ugh.
Who could even deal with that?
Not me.
This kind of heat.
Not me.
Yeah, no way. They renovated the children's section, so like they tore out a bunch of stuff and then rebuilt it way cooler, a lot more slides, and a lot more like interactive features and stuff. Stuff that like big buckets that fill up with water and then occasionally tip over, or interactive areas where they can, kids can squirt like, hoses at people and
what
mischief.
I stopped paying attention for like 1 second. Who's squirting hoses at people? What are you talking about?
Yes. Yeah. The kids, they do it. Are
they like
summer at the water park?
Those water cannons that they have?
Yeah. And they've got one where like you can, it's like it's a wheel where you can spin it, and it will adjust the amount of pressure going from like some of the water features too. So there's a little bit of like interactivity to it. The kids love it. It's a lot better than it was. So
Great. That's wonderful.
yeah, be there or be square.
I'm going to be home and square and like an ice cube. Nice and chill in my AC. No problems.
Devin, how's the temperature out there where you guys are this summer?
Me or Steven?
Devin.
I figure you know what Steven's temperature is like.
No, I have no idea what Steven's temperature. He's all cool over here in his AC.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's very hot here. Yeah, our pool is also, it was closed for maintenance for a few days. It's not open until Monday. So today we actually went to Lowe's and bought an old school sprinkler. Because we have a sprinkler system in the front yard, and our backyard is fake grass. So we don't need like the kind of sprinkler where you hook it up to a hose, but we went and bought one so the kids could play in it. And like you were talking about like boy energy, like we have a circular swing in our backyard that is suspended by a tension line. So it's like in the middle of the yard with a lot of space. And so when they swing on it, like they swing very far and crazy on it. So they, of course, put the sprinkler right under it, and we're swinging. And Nolan was like swinging around Elliot while he was on it, and Nolan was like holding on and being like flung around the yard on it. It was pretty crazy, but
there you go.
Right on.
So yeah,
I rest my case.
That's what they were doing.
Yeah, boy energy.
Boy energy.
Nice. Yeah. So you guys, I mean, I'm sure you haven't heard me talk about this, but AI is kind of crazy. I had a thing happen a couple days ago where I was able to use a local LLM to create a Firefox extension that would download all of the pages from a webcomic on a particular website and then bundle it up into a .cbz folder so I could just load it onto my iPad and read it like a comic book.
What's wait. I remember CBZ. What is that?
Yes.
That's like a zip for comic. What is that?
So it's a zip file that contains a folder of images in sequence, right? So it's CBZ being comic book zip.
Oh,
and so
well, it's in the name.
Yeah, that particular extension is essentially so that like comic book reading apps can recognize the file format.
Okay. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Super cool. So
are you just using that to archive some of your favorites, or are you going into like new stuff and just like, putting it onto a CBZ means that you can put it onto a device that is not connected to the internet or not intended to be in a place where it's going to be available or whatever. Is that what you're doing?
Exactly. Yeah. So that, archiving purposes. Also, like just reading it without advertisements or other stuff going on, or necessarily like getting caught up in, because some pages for webcomics, they'll often have like blog posts associated with it and entire conversations. And, I sometimes get a little too distracted by that. So keeping it within the, a very, very small area, that's pretty cool to me. And on top of that, it's got me thinking like, what other ways could I do stuff like that? Like if there's long form blog posts that I want to read later, maybe essentially making a format to make EPUBs out of web pages and send them to my e-reader, stuff like that too. I'm thinking about it. That's good times. But like,
I mean, the fact that you used your own LLM to even create this.
Yeah.
Walk us through it a little bit, not like super tech.
Sure.
But like, how did you even
how did you make
this?
your own LLM?
So I've got a local LLM. It's called OpenCode. And when I was trying to figure out how to set it up, I was running into a lot of different articles that were giving me all the information, but they were all kind of different and they weren't quite tailored to my computer. So what I had done was I went on to Notebook LM, Google Gemini. I guess it's now Gemini LM. Notebook Gemini. What do they call it? Gemini Notebook. That's what they call it now. They just changed the name of it this last week. Anyhow, it's at notebooklm.google.com though still, but
who names these things?
It's the stupidest thing, man. But a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, Stephen.
Hey, that's from Romeo and Juliet. My kids play.
Yes, it's from that children's play.
Yeah, in the Boy Scouts room in the pavilion next to the lake park.
The basic gist was I was able to like paste a list of articles into there. And then I said, hey, this is my computer. Here are the specs of my computer. Tell me step by step how to set up local LLMs on my machine. Now, why would I want to do local LLMs? Well, there's privacy concerns, and there's also kind of an ethics concern. Like if you're running a language model locally, then you're not using tokens in a data center destroying the earth. Like the destroying of the earth already happened in training all this stuff. So I guess it's not tremendously ethical, but it feels a little bit more. And also it's pretty good. It's pretty good to like just play around with and see, since I do all my work on a computer, I take notes, I, design books, build websites. I've been getting really used to local LLMs for coding things. But I never thought so what had happened was that I had previously used a Python script to do what I was doing, and like bundling up webcomics into CBZs. Well, something changed and it broke and it wasn't working anymore. Mm-hmm. So I opened up the folder that contained that Python script in OpenCode, and I asked it, hey, can you just diagnose what's going on here and can you fix it? And it basically said, I can't fix this. Like, here's like 5 different problems that are really bad about this code base. But instead of this, how about I just make you a Firefox extension or like an extension for one of your applications, and like Chrome or whatever. And I said, give me it in Firefox. And it walked me through installing it. It made it. And then I asked it to modify a couple things, like, how the naming of it was afterwards. And it did it. And I guess that's like the really amazing part about all of this is that in coding, what you're dealing with now is that the language of coding is the same language you use to speak and write. Not necessarily the coding language that it is in. And that's really interesting to me.
We're getting really close to being like, computer, make this thing. Mm-hmm. Right? And essentially you're saying like, make this thing happen however you can. And then it takes that and just runs with it.
It's bespoke software.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what is really fascinating to me, especially like with my Linux leaning interests. The thought that any
Radical
machine
Linux.
I'm on, but the thought that any machine I'm on, I could have the things that happen on it and the stuff I get done with it done exactly to my prescripted like way of doing things, and I can modify it later. And so that's really cool, and like it's highlighting to me that computers have always been this way. I just don't have a degree in computer science, so I never saw it that way.
And unfortunately, there's no ad block in real life, and so we just get shown Microsoft and Apple products, and that's all that we can see most of the time. You have to go digging to find this other stuff. Yeah, corporations, it's fine.
Yeah, and I mean, you're probably not going to get any advertisements for locally run large language models. You're going to get advertisements for Gemini or OpenAI or, but oh man, there's like big news item of the last week. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Apple is suing OpenAI for the way that they're poaching Apple employees. Have you guys heard about this?
I have not.
I haven't. No.
Now, I don't have the article in front of me, and I might be getting all this stuff wrong, but like from my own memory, the basic gist of it is that basically they're like in poaching Apple employees, OpenAI executives that were like reaching out and like saying, "Hey, come in for an interview. Also, could you bring these classified documents with you from your current job? That'd be
What?
great." Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so OpenAI is the one that's being super unethical here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like it's a big quagmire. It's something that's probably going to be in the tech news for years as this all gets worked out and as like the discovery of what's going on behind the scenes with both of these companies starts to come to light. It's really going to be fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't know if we'll have time to read all the articles with the robot wars happening, but you know, I'll keep my eyes out.
Yeah, and those robot wars, they'll keep it beyond beads though, so it's fine.
Hey, as long as they're beyond beads. Bees?
Yeah.
Beads.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Oh my gosh.
This episode's going off the rails, my friends.
I like how we talk like that Star Trek alien talks now.
Oh, Darmok.
When the
Yeah,
walls
Darmok and
fell.
Jalad at Tanagra.
Yeah, all that
That's
stuff.
right.
That's how, I mean, that's essentially what that language was, right? It's just memes
Yeah.
that people
Oh,
that were just understood and they could talk at with each other. All right, well that's cool. What else do we have to talk about? Not a lot. So before the show, we talked about this a little bit. So the patrons are going to be like, you talk about it again. Chill, patrons. We got all kinds of good stuff for you this week. We don't, but let's pretend we do.
Oh yeah, we definitely do.
We definitely do. X-Men 97 season 2 has 5 episodes out now, I believe. And man,
Nice.
all bangers, every single one of them. They've taken all the successes of the first season and just continued. The story just continues. If you know, you know. Big event, big thing happens at the end of season 1, and they go directly into that in season 2. And in fact, and this is like the slightest of slight spoilers. I'm gonna talk about that real quick. At the end of season 1, the bunch of the X-Men get split along the time stream. We got ancient Egypt, and then we've got the far future, and then present day. And the first, something that really cool that they did with the second season is they premiered the first 3 episodes on the same day, and each one of those episodes was one of those time zones. That's not right.
Okay.
Eras.
Yeah. Time periods.
Periods.
Yeah.
Yes, one of those time periods. Thank you. Time zones. Stupid. And so yeah, that was really cool because you have these different stories, and they're pulling from the comics. They're having references, like those YouTube videos that I watch that are like, hey, let's point out every little thing. They are chock full and completely unnecessary to understand the plot. It's just that like, oh, here's that one character, and here's why they showed up here, and here's their connection to other things, and oops, they're dead. You know, that was only in there just, you know, for fun. And because the world of X-Men is so huge when it comes to the main characters, side characters, you know, recurring characters, it's just all the nonsense, different versions from realities, and like they're throwing all that stuff in here as they did with the original show, and they're just continuing, and it's great. And one of the other events that happened at the end of the first season, and Devin, you might remember this from the comics because this is from like our era of comic. Wolverine got his adamantium sucked out of his body by Magneto.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we all remember that. And
I remember that it happened, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was schoolyard talk, man. Everyone was talking about it. So that happened at the end of the first season. And so going into this season, some of the promotional material, you could see his bone claws. And so like they get into that a little bit. There's one full episode in the second season devoted to not only is it like a sequel of sorts to an episode from the original series, but it also has to do with like the brood that they throw in there, and Wolverine getting his claws back. Like it's got it all, man, and it's great. Some of the original voice actors that did the first season of X-Men 97 and of course are back. It's just such a bucket full of nostalgia poured right into my brain. It just takes me back when you know the voice of Rogue, the voice of Wolverine, the voice of there's a couple other ones that are like the same people. I think Jubilee might be one of them. But then the sound alikes that they've gotten for the other characters, like they did a really good job on those as well. So it just Beast, that's the one. Definitely the same guy for Beast. I think Xavier. Oh, Magneto for sure. He's got that really fancy way of talking. Anyways, X-Men 97 season 2 has been fantastic. So watch it.
I can't wait to watch more of it. That first episode was incredible, and got to get there.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What else? I'm not going to talk about it that much, but it's something that I've been putting my time into lately. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. You guys know anything about this?
I know it's out, and a lot of people like it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so for Devin, Assassin's Creed, long-standing video game franchise.
Assassino.
Of course, when it was in Italy, people were shouting that. It's widely known as a series that tries, with a big asterisk, tries to be historically accurate as possible. They're not going like full, like 100% historical or else. Some of the stuff they can't do that with, but they try. And some of the games have like a historical setting that can be used in schools and stuff. That Assassin's Creed Origins, which was the one in Egypt, that is one of the ones where there is a school teaching mode, and you just kind of go around the cities, and it'll like explain to you like the stuff that they're doing, like the embalming routine and farming stuff, and so it can be used as an educational material because they have tried, as hard as possible to their abilities to make this stuff accurate, even if it's not necessary for the gameplay. To see it in there, it's really cool.
That's one mode I actually have went through and experienced.
Oh, really? I haven't.
I didn't play any of the game. Yeah, I didn't play any of the game. I just hopped into that mode. Because Flint was around, and this was probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, "Hey, let's check this out. Let's walk around Egypt." And here it was kind of like being like an Egypt-sized
Ren Fair.
Yeah. Well, like a museum. It was
like an interactive museum kind of.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. They do that. I know they did it for that one. I want to say they did it for Valhalla as well, which was the Viking era, where the Vikings were attacking England.
Nice.
Anyways, so I've been having a whole lot of fun with Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. This was the 4th game in the series after the 1, 2, and 3 trilogy kind of wrapped up, and two sequel Brotherhood because the Ezio story was so popular. There was another one in there. Doesn't matter. So the 4th game in the main series is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's the pirate one. And they did a lot of really cool different stuff in this, including all the ship combat. And, the piracy stuff is great. And so Resynced, they kind of put a fresh coat of paint on the game, redid a bunch of the graphics and stuff, added in a lot of quality of life stuff from the newer games, so things aren't as clunky, and the menus work like how people now understand menus to work. Just quality of life stuff. And I've been having a blast with it because I played the game when it first came out, and I don't think I ever replayed it. I might have jumped back in every now and then for like some DLC or something, but I never replayed it from scratch. And so it's kind of fun doing it now because my memory is so faint of playing it before that it feels like a fresh game almost. And I don't know when I'm coming across like new material because I didn't like study we've added this, we've added that. Like I didn't really study that stuff. So I'm just like, oh, this is great. This is fun. I'm having a blast. So anyways, if you're on the fence about it, and if you're in my position where you're a big Assassin's Creed fan and hadn't played the game since the original, it might be worth your money. It's a full price game. So you're going to pay $60 for it.
Okay.
So it's not like it's special in that way. They have added it sounds like, and again, if you are if it's necessary, money's tight, I get it. Go through and see what's actually included versus the original. I want to say a lot of the DLC and bonus stuff from the original game is just included in this game now. But that wouldn't hold up in court. I can't point to anything that I remember them saying that. But anyways, just the experience. I'm playing it on a Xbox Series X. It's been butter smooth. It's been a rare glitches and stuff. Ubisoft games are plagued with stuff like that. And it's looking good. So yeah, it's been fun. And that kind of goes along with I'm also running this Pirate Borg RPG, which is also piratey. So I'm kind of going back to my pirate roots a little bit here. This is a pirate themed episode, give or take.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of video games,
yes,
Heave Ho 2 is out.
What is that?
All right. Okay. Gosh, if you've never, all right. Heave Ho is. You were talking about pirates. This has nothing to do with pirates, but Heave Ho 2. Okay. It's a multiplayer party game, I guess you could say, where you are swinging around. You're a blob that has two arms, and you are just trying to get to the end of the screen. But you can die a lot of different ways, and you cartoonily the blood from your corpse like splatters on all walls and everything.
What?
It's kind of ridiculous.
Okay, like Super Meat Boy?
Yeah, like Super Meat Boy for sure. Yeah, but Hevo 2, it's on Switch as well, but it's very funny. It's from Devolver, and so if you're into any Devolver games, you'll probably get a big kick out of this.
Okay,
but the basic gist, looking through, like, how do they describe it? Grab and swing through all new weird and wonderful worlds with up to 4 players in online and local co-op and versus play. So you take your partners by the hand or head and swing your ungainly chain from platform to pillar and beyond. Let go at the wrong moment and meet your splattery end, but a solid grip and pro swinging will take you over the finish line in sweet harmony. And so the first game was nuts. In the best way, and this game adds a lot of themed levels to it too. So my son and I, we played through a level where we had to basically pilot a giant rocket going through like a space, like a asteroid belt, and we had to hit whichever one, like the different thrusters, in order to get it to go the right directions. But it's really difficult because you're a little ungainly, and so you're shouting at everybody and having a great time. But also, it takes a little while to get through each level because it's not super precise, and it feels good when you're playing it, but also feels kind of janky. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun, especially with friends.
So you posted a link as you were talking about this, and I went to it. So I'm watching a little trailer for Heave Ho 2. Looks fantastic. But it reminds me, you did make me play this one time.
Yeah. Yes.
And I remember it now. That was we had like a barbecue like a month ago or something, and I think you brought it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And I was too inebriated to be that coordinated. We'll say.
Sure.
It is
Sure.
very,
the second
very
one
finicky in a fun way.
requires, even more, but also just the themes are funny on it. So,
It looks amazing.
I recommend it. And I do. I mean, I said that like blood splatters and all, but it's like super multicolored. It is a game that Flint and I had been playing since he was probably like 5 or 6.
It's very cartoony.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's not graphic by any stretch of the imagination. It's just hilarious, and yeah,
Cool.
Devin, it might be cool for you and your kids.
It'll give them ideas.
Yeah,
You're gonna start swinging
Especially since it's
around.
on Switch.
Like one of his kids gonna hold the other one's hand and be like, "All right, now I'm gonna whip you around, and then you grab that rope." Next thing you know, Devin's got 4 unhinged shoulders, and he's driving to the hospital.
Yeah. We've been pretty lucky that they haven't had any major injuries because, they're 2 boys and they're pretty crazy, especially the younger one.
It's always the second one.
Plenty of injuries, but no having to go to the hospital.
That's good. That's really good. Okay, we're gonna take ourselves a little break, and when we come back, we're doing our future or now.
Now.
Thank you, Echo.
You're welcome.
So we'll be right back. Oh wow, another free listener. Incredible. Look, I love that you're here, but let's be real. You could be getting so much more. Bonus episodes, unfiltered takes, behind the scenes chaos. All you have to do is join our Patreon at patreon.com/Science Faction Podcast, or don't. But if you don't, just know that somewhere in a parallel universe, a better version of you already has. And we're back.
Heyo.
Hey, what's
Hi.
up?
And a big thank you to our patrons, Renee and Josh. Thank you. I forgot to bring up in the earlier part of the episode. Are you guys keeping up with Game Changer? Because this season's been wacky. You guys.
Yeah, I have. I'm all caught up. We watched Count the Rice over the weekend.
Count the Rice is. I can't wait to see the behind the scenes of Count the Rice.
I don't watch the behind the scenes episodes. I should watch those too. I'm sure they're pretty funny.
I mean, the behind the scenes are generally pretty interesting to me, but this one for sure, I'm like,
Yeah.
You want to know the
Count the Rice.
logistics of what happened?
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah. The game is not what it appears at first, and also is not what it appears until like 15 minutes before the end of the episode. It was like almost an hour long episode. It was just.
I mean, I'd say halfway through, I kind of got it. I was like, okay, they're going to have to go to the bottom and then back to the top. But
Okay,
I
yeah.
thought they were going to have to do it twice
Right.
because of the song. But I mean, not
Because of the
that
song.
was a trick, but he was able to get it that time. I thought when it was doing it twice, I almost thought what was going to happen was, the episode ends with someone doing the win condition, and then a door on the other side of the studio opens up, and then there's a whole nother set of stuff to do it the second time. And then it would be a to be continued, and the next episode would be all the stuff on the other side. That would be like overly complicated, but
Yeah.
it
yeah.
was
I
really
mean,
cool.
It was very cool. There.
You guys
This-
got to
this
explain
sh-
it a little better. I have no
Okay,
idea
so-
what the heck you guys are talking
Well, I mean, we're
about.
trying to avoid spoilers,
Yeah.
but if you don't
Oh,
care
right.
about spoilers.
But
so-
this episode essentially, when people win or fail at one game, they go into another room where they start playing a different game,
Okay.
and on and on and on.
Okay. But then the real
And,
game is something even different than that you don't find out until close to the end of the episode.
There's a meta game, sure. Well,
Yeah, there's a meta game.
You,
Layers,
you see
yeah.
the meta game, but you don't. You're kind of hidden from some of the information, and
Okay.
so some of the players get the information, and they then, like, through discovering the win condition, you're like, okay, now that they know, you're like watching them, and you're like, how are they going to win? Yeah, it was probably the most complicated episode of Game Changer, and that's saying something given the last couple of seasons.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Drop
so
out
good.
TV. Give us money. We'll talk about you more.
Until the cows come home, man. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
But now it's time for future or now.
Or.
I forgot we were back on the show.
And we're back.
I thought that was still the middle. Okay.
Wonderful.
It
Thanks
just
to our
takes some time.
patron. No. I want to hear about movies. I'm really interested to know how Devin feels about horror movies.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think I have to come to terms with the fact that I might actually like horror movies because I've always said I disliked them. And I think that's because it's the type of horror movie, like a slasher, something dumb, something. There's definitely a whole wide range of quality of horror movies, but it seems like lately some of the only good unique movies now are horror movies, and I've enjoyed them. Like Weapons was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
No, but you talked
but
about
it
it on the
was-
show.
I did, yeah. So anyway, lately there's been two big horror movies in theaters that have kind of been like talked about, which is Backrooms and Obsession. I saw both of them this weekend. We saw them streaming. We didn't go to the theater. And it's interesting. Both of them are started as YouTube things, like their creators made YouTube shorts, and then studios asked them to make movies. Both of them are very different. It seems like Obsession has actually caught on a lot more, but Backrooms had a strong following on YouTube, which I think is what kind of kept it popular in the theater. So I enjoyed both these movies. I think I liked Obsession more. Do you guys know anything about these movies?
No.
I know about the Backrooms because Gen Z kid that we both knew once forwarded a video and said, you should watch this. And then I watched some of it and went, okay, that's what this is.
So, yeah, I just learned about liminal spaces a little while ago, and I thought they were interesting. I was going to talk about them on the show, but I was trying to find an article that went into more depth about them instead of just saying, "Hey, aren't these pictures kind of creepy?" So,
Like Steven and I do all the time.
So liminal spaces, just the whole a picture of an abandoned building, or not even abandoned, just a sparsely furnished, strangely lit area. I always think of it as anything like that looks like it reminds me of something from my childhood, like 70s or 80s, kind of and I think for me, that's what makes it creepy, is kind of the idea of when I was in those spaces as a kid, it usually wasn't a good situation. And so that kind of, for me, is what I imprint onto it, which gives it its creepiness. I'm sure there's a lot of different aspects to it. It's very dreamlike. So Backrooms, as far as I can tell, kind of took that idea and wanted to make an actual movie out of it. So the guy online, he went with the handheld found footage style. So I did watch the first one, and I've seen some videos that kind of explain what happens in all the other ones. And so the first one is someone just falls through basically a portal, but there's just no fancy special effects. It's just all of a sudden they're in these rooms, and they're like, what the heck is this? And searching, and then of course there's some kind of weird monster you never fully see. It's kind of in the periphery and looks eerie, and that's kind of how that goes. And so, and then I guess in the YouTube series, it does get in kind of to the government investigating this thing, and so kind of looked like a bit Stranger Things-ish to me, but I know that happens in a lot of 80s sci-fi.
There are a lot of different facets of the story that the creator went with online.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot that you can dig into within the official, which is he's not even the originator of this idea. He got it from somewhere else. Kid's are super young too, which is really impressive. But all the stuff that's from him is all a single universe, unified idea from the beginning, which is really cool.
Well, it seems like the movie can complementary to it. Like I don't think it contradicts anything.
No, and he
So the
directed
movie,
it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know he was directed it. He wrote and directed it.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is like, okay, you're gonna make a movie about this. It's got to be about people. There's got to be a story. So what the movie does is it doesn't really explain anything. I think that keeps it mysterious. I think whenever you try to explain something like this, you're probably inevitably gonna take away some of the spookiness because as soon as you explain something, it's like, oh, it's just this stupid thing that doesn't exist. Um, so it follows like it only has like really two main characters. There's a couple other characters in the movie, but it really just follows two main characters and they, kind of go into this weird place and the only kind of explanation or connection that these back rooms have to the characters, it seems like it kind of manifests his subconscious. Um, and there is this weird description of like, because this is just the guy who's been in there, the main character. So he doesn't have like any actual like scientific knowledge. He's just kind of like saying what he thinks it is. Because really weird things start appearing, like humans that look really strange and deformed. And his explanation is like this place is remembering something, but the more it remembers it, the worse it remembers it, or something. So, and that's about it. Like, there's not a whole lot to the movie. It's like so much of it is kind of the slow buildup of going through the rooms, which is like, I mean, that's kind of what it's about. Like the rooms are the the monster. There are other actual monsters, but the rooms themselves in this creepy place is what it's about. So most of the movie is just like kind of a slow burn, like the videos online of just going through this weird place. So I mean, I liked it. I actually do think I was expecting a little bit more from it. It was well done. I definitely would recommend it. If you're a horror fan or you like just psychological kind of weird movies, I think it's totally worth watching. And then we watched Obsession, which is in a way a bit more of a traditional horror movie, although it's also more like kind of psychological. Like that's what, again, like these movies are better because they're not just like slasher movies. There's not we've awakened some ancient demon that's killing us, and now we have to find the ancient book and say the thing to get rid of it. So I don't know. Have you heard anything about Obsession, Steven? Do you know?
No, I've seen a couple of memes go by that I did not understand at all, and so I didn't even try to.
Apparently, yeah. So I watched. The only reason I know about the pop culture impact of this movie is from Red Letter Media because they talked about like how people have reacted to it, and apparently there's tons of memes about it. It kind of has the way they put it, like it kind of has a chicken jockey aspect to it, where people keep going and seeing it just because it's like a meme just to go see it. I don't know what they do in the theater if they're really annoying, but it's a really popular movie. So what it's about, it's a careful what you wish for story, just done, really well and really kind of creepy. But so it's the main character is a guy in his seemingly mid-20s. He's in a friend group, and there's a girl he likes in his friend group. And he wants to tell her that he likes her, but he can't. So he eventually ends up making a wish using this like thing he found in a store that was like, I think it's called like a weeping willow or something. Like you get one wish, and So anyway, he uses that to wish that he says like, I wish she loved me more than anyone in the world. And then it's the consequences of that. Like,
does that exact thing then happen?
Yeah, like the way they do
Perfect.
It's like because you can kind of write the story yourself. You're like, okay, so what he makes that wish. The next scene, she seems a little bit more friendly than usual. That's weird. And then a little bit later, she's like asking him to go out. It's like, why is she asking him to go out? And it's like, oh, eventually they're going to get together and she's going to be super jealous. And then by the end, something really crazy is going to happen where she like threatens to kill him. Like that's how like a standard movie like that would go. This is like as soon as he makes the wish, she's like, boom. and it's like she's basically there because he makes the wish in his car after he's dropped her off at her house after they've gone out for drinks with friends, and she like comes back out and is like, "Hey, do you want to come in?" He's like, what?" And like right from there, and then that like night is crazy and like obvious, and it's also interesting the way it affects her because
It's not
again,
consensual, is it?
it's not consensual, and
Yeah.
it's not subtle, and it's not consensual. So yes, they definitely establish, because while this is just transition is happening, every so often she'll like snap out of it and be like, "Wait, why did I do that? What's happening? What's going on?" And then she'll the other her will come in and be like, "Oh," being very sweet and stuff. And then yeah, you learn kind of quickly that like the real her is in there, against her will.
Jeez.
And there's a couple really creepy parts with that too.
I want to see this movie now.
It's really good. Yeah.
What did you watch it on? What service?
This is actually on Peacock. You don't have to pay to rent it. It's on Peacock.
Good. I have Peacock.
So yeah.
Nice.
Well, then I won't get into any spoilers.
Yeah, no
or
spoilers for
anymore, 'cause
Obsession.
it gets weird, and you're just like, man, like it's. I guess yeah, I recommend it. So good. I'm glad you're gonna watch it. So we can maybe talk about it a little bit more.
So, is it a remake of that old film,
I don't
Obsession?
think so.
Aladdin?
No. There's another film called Obsession.
I thought it was Ascent.
1976 was when it came
Okay.
out. An
Let's
American
see.
neo-noir psychological thriller film directed by Brian De Palma that had John Lithgow in it and Genevieve Bujold. And
Well, if this
Cliff
comes from a
Robertson.
YouTube short, probably not.
Probably not.
It says this one, the 1976 one, is about a prominent New Orleans businessman who is haunted by guilt following the death of his wife and daughter during a kidnapping rescue attempt gone wrong. Years later, he meets and falls in love with Sandra Portinen, a young woman who is the exact look-alike of Elizabeth. I mean, it sounds interesting, but no, I don't think it's anything like this movie.
Yeah. All right.
Any other deep cuts, Ben?
Yeah. I mean, like I could go with my articles, but
Oh, you should. You totally should. What you got for us this
yeah.
week, Ben?
well, in a move that surprises nobody, a study has found that AI advice made people 3 times less accurate, but twice as confident.
No.
Yeah. And so I mean,
Great.
like this is a pretty quick one here. Essentially, researchers from 3 French and Italian universities found that access to AI advice collapsed people's willingness to say "I don't know" from 44% to 3%.
Uh-oh.
So, and their accuracy dropped from 27% to 9%. Confidence, meanwhile, rose from 30% to 76%. People became much worse. The accuracy was only 1/3, but they were twice as confident. And so, it was from the University of Rome, and it just kind of continues to show you amongst. I know that like I'm this champion of AI or whatever, but like if you're using it to stop thinking, it's what's going to happen to you. It's going to suppress the cognitive habit of recognizing what you do not know. And that could be challenge that could make for real crazy stuff going on in humans. So yeah.
Well, like any tool we've got, we have to learn how to use it responsibly. And we certainly haven't yet. So
Not yet. Thus,
Yeah.
local AI, but that also, I mean, perhaps I'm becoming dumber, but I'll have a bunch of new Firefox extensions to my name, at least.
Well, there you go.
But that's not the only thing I'm bringing here today. I'd also like to talk about a new Magic the Gathering set that has been revealed. The Star Trek Magic the Gathering set.
Ay.
So I haven't really come across this too much, but I have seen Magic the Gathering is partnered with a bunch of different franchises, such as
Yep.
Lord of the Rings and whatnot, and so Star Trek
Marvel
is the way it
and
is.
Star Wars, and I think Star Wars, they keep saying they're not doing it, but it's coming. Fallout, like any big name brand, they've now made sets about,
Yeah.
and it's Star Trek's
And
turn.
and this time they might get some of my money. I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, it's the same rule set as Magic, so you
Right.
already know how to play.
oh yeah, and I'm looking at Brad Boimler Eager Ensign, the card that's in this article from
Yeah.
Trek Movie, and yeah, I want that.
The legendary artifact spacecraft USS Enterprise D Galaxy class.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw that
I want
one.
that.
Mhm.
I want it all.
It has flying and vigilance, and I know what that means.
Yes.
I mean, so what they have been
Oh,
doing with these
gosh.
types of sets, though, it's not a typical Magic set. Typically, it's like pre-built decks, right? Are they doing the full like buy boosters and all that nonsense?
So you can get them in a lot of different stuff. So you can get the beginner box, where allows you 2 pre-made decks to go. You can get like a bundle, which has more cards and bundle exclusives, quote unquote, or you can get the 4-player draft night bundle for $120, where essentially it's got 13 boosters and 90 lands. And it's essentially for like having a night where everybody drafts a deck of 40 cards.
Right.
And then they also have a Beam Me Up bundle,
Oh,
which
geez.
just has a bunch of booster cards. Yeah, so I mean, they've got a bunch of
They're
these
going all out. Oh, awesome.
all out. They know that I have money,
Yeah.
and they want it. And
Hey man,
they're
you
finally-
buy 2 decks, I will hold one of those and play with you, and then give it back when I'm done.
oh wow, yeah. Maybe I can like get a couple of suckers, or friends, to go in on draft night with me, and then they keep what they bought.
Well,
But
maybe you
I
can
don't know.
find some of those suckers.
Yeah, or friends.
I don't need any more cards in this house.
You really could use some more cards. They're really small. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. But that's both of them small but mighty, and that's my part of the episode.
Oh, you're done now?
That's it.
All right.
That's
Well, let's
all.
move on to our final segment, which I like to call "What's Happening, Guys."
What's happening, guys?
How you guys
Not
doing?
much. Not much, Steven. How you?
Oh man, life's been tough lately. There's just a lot going
Yeah.
on. Our upstairs bathroom remodel project that should take 2 to 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
is about a month and a half in.
Oh no.
And this is what's crazy. Nothing terrible happened. Just things were delayed or missing, or okay, I'll get to that, first thing next week. Just stuff like that. And so it just goes on and on and on. It's like 95% done now. It's usable as a bathroom, which is great.
Oh, that's good.
But there's still some paint stuff that needs to get touched up.
I mean, that's
and
really what you
knobs
want in a
and things.
bathroom.
What, 95% complete?
No, usable.
Usable. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
usable.
true.
I like to look at my bathroom.
What?
Said no one ever.
There you go. Jeez, I was scared there for a
there you
second.
go. Yeah. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, Devin, when's the next time you're coming to hang out, man?
Or when's the next time we're going up there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, as soon as you buy me plane tickets, Ben.
Hey, we're only 2 draft decks of Star Trek Magic the Gathering away, my friend. Let's go.
Play the cards.
I
Play
mean,
the ponies.
I haven't gone to my company's Christmas party the last 2 years, so I really need to go this year. But the problem is, during that time of year, you guys are probably pretty busy.
Yeah, that's a real hit and miss situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I don't know.
probably have a trial in January or February, so probably around then.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, man. But
All right.
I mean, hopefully it's sooner, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or I could just plan on coming there without it being tied to work. What month? It's
Weird.
July. Yeah, I could do something like that. I'll think about it. See what weekends work.
Yeah. Think about it.
It's funny. I think I'm like hesitant to do that because of my last experience. The only time I've had a bad experience traveling was to go visit you guys when it wasn't related to work. And so maybe that's why this thought doesn't even cross my mind. I'm like, why would I do that?
And
that was like the worst. Like, I mean, people have had much worse experiences, but for me, like a literal entire day stuck at the airport, followed by then being stuck at another airport overnight was like, wow, that takes the cake.
That's right, because we were planning on like a big 3-day weekend extravaganza, and you pretty much you were traveling for a whole day of that. That sucks. Well, the universe is in a much better place now, so I'm sure there'll be no problems whatsoever this time.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I mean, as far as I know, there's no laws against people from Texas traveling to California yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get
it
there.
Depends on what side of the Civil War you're on.
What kind of American are you? Jeez. Did you ever see that movie?
I didn't.
Oh, was it Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't seen it. It looks
Hey,
too
no,
scary
I did.
to me.
Captain America one.
Did he, though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you guys planning on seeing the end game when it comes back to theaters? I'm sure Devin
What?
isn't.
No, I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, so
I didn't. Yeah.
okay, so it's called Avengers Encore or Avengers Endgame Encore or something like that. It's coming back to theaters in September. Since Doomsday is like a direct sequel, they want to be like, hey, remember? But then they also threw additional scenes in that help to tie it in with Doomsday. Yeah, so that's happening. Because of the like new scenes or whatever, I'm sure there'll be a section of Marvel fans that it's going to be an event. We've got Spider-Man next week? That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's
coming up.
That's gonna be huge, I think. And people are gonna like that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Down.
Well, there it is. We've done it again.
Though I do want to say it does occur to me that making Avengers Endgame longer might not improve the experience. I mean, that's a long movie.
That is a long movie, but we've all seen it. So you need to get up and go to the bathroom. Like, you're not going to miss anything.
True.
Except for that one new scene. So and you never know when it's going to pop up.
You don't know.
It's theorized. It's stuff at the end.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay.
Which the end is like, there's like 45 minutes of action at the end of that movie. Just right before that ramps up, go empty your stuff, come back, enjoy the ride.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Why not?
Might as well.
Might as well. Devin, do you have any final thoughts for us?
Nope. Not this week.
Excellent. Ben, do you have any last words?
Did you know that anytime two Egyptology professors are in the same room, they fart simultaneously? It's called the Curse of Tutankhamun.
Good night, everybody.
This has been the Science Faction Podcast. Tweet to the host at SciFact Podcast. Email them at sciencefactionpodcast@gmail.com and visit sciencefactionpodcast.com for more episodes.